You are new to me, let's dive into this live. I am Melissa Kathryn. I am your spiritual nutritionist, and we are here to not only live your best life, but do it in a body that you love. So let's dive into today's video, because has anybody else felt the shift in energy? So here's the thing with February. I was saying even in December, I said February is going to be your next new year. So in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly how to level up your life and how to level up your body. Because give me a woman that feels good in her body, she will feel confident to go for her dreams. She will feel confident to go all in love and relationships, and most of all with herself. So I'm using this term all in, and all in is an all in energy. This is actually my word, my theme, all in, for this year. I'm making it one word. But all in just means there's no ambiguity. I'm all in. There's no questions. I'm not 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I'm all in. And this brings me to today's video. I just said it at 111. And here's the thing. Who are you committed to being? Ask yourself this, write it down, do a journal prompt, dive deep. Today on this epic full moon and in this time in February, ask yourself, who am I committed to being? Am I committed to being the best version of myself? How do we know what we're committed to? So in this video, when we're talking about leveling up, it is a very simple thing. We level up with one shift in our energy. And my invitation to you is to go all in. Look at anything in your life where you went all in, and I guarantee that you had the success that you desired, or you were redirected to something even better. But here's the thing with the universe, spirit, source, energy, Gus, God, source, universe, is if you're not all in, it's very hard to redirect, because it's wanting to give you what you're asking for. It's wanting to give you your heart's desires. But where you lack clarity, then you're going to get ambiguity in your results. You're going to get some success here, some success there. And then when you're going, well, I don't know, where's the universe want me to go? No, you are the universe. You decide. It's you staking the claim. You are the creator of your reality. And I want you to affirm that daily. I'm the creator of my reality. I create, I decide. So we don't want to keep looking outward for signs and does the universe want that for me? And I don't know. No, you decide it and go all in. So to level up your life, to level up your body, it's an all in energy. And when you ask yourself and journal this one question, who am I committed to being? Who am I committed to being, and how am I showing up? Who am I committed to being? How do we know who we're committed to being? You might journal, and you might have a vision board that has this version of you, and you might journal about it and put a lot of thought into it, and you might have these grandiose visions, and there's nothing wrong with that. The bigger the better about your life and what you're wanting. But if nothing is happening in your 3D reality to match it, and if you're feeling stagnant and stuck and sabotaging your success, or you're actually just not moving forward, or you're not seeing results come into your 3D reality, then I want you to look at, who am I committed to being? Who am I all in on being? Am I all in on the belief that I'm stuck? Or am I all in on the belief that I'm a success? Am I all in on the belief that weight loss is easy, that I have my ideal body and optimal health? And how do we know if we're all in or not? How do we know what we're committed to? Look at what you do. Look at how you eat. Look at the foods that you put into your body. Look at how you talk to yourself. Look at how you spend money. Look at what your disciplines are, because they tell you everything about what you believe to be true for you and what's important to you. And that's a beautiful thing. And this isn't to look in a place of punishment. It's that we can't change unless we're aware of what's working, what isn't working. So when we're aware, then we're able to make changes. But I have found, I've been a coach for almost 20 years now. Oh my. Okay, I don't know what just happened. So I was calling to say, oh my God, I am here to say that what we're committed to tells us a lot. And when I have my clients go through this, they'll find that many times for the ones that aren't seeing changes in their outer reality, and then they'll just look and they'll go, no, I'm really committed to doing my business this year. I'm really committed to in my marriage becoming this, and I'm really committed to getting the body of my dreams, or whatever it is that you want for you. And then I'll go, okay, so when you looked at how you were eating, what did that tell you about what you believe to be true about you? When you looked at how you're spending money, what did that tell you about what you believe to be true about you? When you looked at, and so another way to say this is, let's just say you're like, yes, I'm so ready to get in shape, I am. And then you look at the way that you're eating and you're staying up late, you have foods around your house that aren't supportive, you find yourself snacking, you don't really have a plan, but you talk about wanting to release weight and you talk about being healthy, and it's constantly on your to-do list and it's constantly one of your resolutions for yourself. But then you actually look at your actions and you'll see, I'm actually committed to being an unhealthy version of me. When I'm looking at the way that I'm eating, I'm snacking. I don't really have a plan. I have foods around my house that don't serve me. I'm not going to bed early. I don't really work out consistently. I don't have a plan, period. Fail to plan, plan to fail. So once we do that, we can take the self-judgment off, and we can take this whole, I failed, I still haven't achieved it. And instead we can start to go, oh my God, let's just call a spade a spade. You are committed to staying the version of you that you already are. You're committed to who you've been, not who you want to be. It's the same thing with money. When it's like, yes, I really want to make money. And then it's like, okay, well, did you start your business? And it's like, oh, well, I worked on my marketing and I got like my entrepreneurial clients, they're like, I got my website up and I got this. I'm like, did you put an offer out? Or and you're like, well, I mean, I like, isn't it so pretty? And I got it. And I'm like, okay, so you're now doing a lot of the background work, but we haven't owned the energy that you're a success yet. Why? What's really here? And then we have to dive into what's going on subconsciously. What are our subconscious contracts? What are the aspects of self that we're actually tied to being? What are the fears that are stopping us? And what are the subconscious beliefs about what we say that we want? Logically, version of you right here with me can tell me your dreams, and you can be like, yes. And then I'm like, go take action. Let me look at your life. How are you dressing? How are you acting? How are you speaking? How are you eating? How are you spending money? How are you talking to yourself about the things that you want? What are your actions each day? And if you find that none of them are aligned with the things that you say that you want, then you're out of alignment. You're committed to being who you've been, not who you want to be. And this is why I'm so passionate about the process of reinvention. Because I was sharing this in Limitless Academy this past week. I was like, I saw that I was doing all these things around manifesting. I had the vision board. Multiple vision boards for all the different things. I did the journaling, I did the scripting, I did this, and I'm doing, and it was sporadic though. I would get some manifestations and some not. But then I looked at the biggest changes that had occurred in my life. How I became a fashion designer with absolutely no training. How I ended up I've manifested some crazy stuff. How I healed myself of cancer in only 8 weeks and eradicated it from my body. How I moved across the country and 10x'd my business and created an epic community. How I got a TED Talk. I can go on and on. How I went from being traveling the world as a fashion designer and trend shopping in Japan to starting an online wellness business, right? That's highly successful in writing books and podcasts. And all of this, I can also talk about how I was pudgy and overweight and not an athlete at all. And then went and won the International Natural Body Federation in New York and am now considered the athlete in the family. And how I did all of this coming from a small town, nothing, like I can go on and on. And when I reverse engineered those, I'm not saying this, guys, to be like, oh my God, I'm so amazing. I'm just like you. We all have these things, but I looked and I reversed engineered it. I was like, oh, I wasn't sitting there doing these manifesting techniques. In fact, I didn't even know what manifestation was. What I did was shift my identity. What I did was follow where my heart was leading me. What I did was didn't deny myself the joy or the opportunities that my soul was seeking. And I didn't get in my own way with overthinking. I didn't get caught in the how because I was being the how. I chose to operate from a higher frequency. In retrospect, that's what I was doing. But at the time, I was choosing to be a different version of me. When I decided that I wanted to get in shape, I wasn't like, I'm going to go do a fitness competition. No. At the time, I was just like, I'm so sick of feeling like I'm holding myself back because of my weight. I'm so sick of needing to tailor clothes to fit my body. I'm so sick of, and I got so sick and tired of it that I was like, I can control this. I can control what I put into my body, just like we can control our bank accounts, just like we can control whether we're going to show up on social media or start that business or say something. So when I looked, I reinvented myself. And in reinventing myself, I created different versions of me that operated in a new identity that propelled me forward quickly, that i.e. I quantum leaped. And then all of a sudden I became unrecognizable to those around me. And I became this fashion diva and all of these things kept happening, but it's because I elevated who I was being. And I chose consciously to stop operating in the way that was keeping me stuck and to where I wanted to be. So one of the very first spiritual laws is the mind. And it's truly simplification of the mind. If we've noticed anything in life that actually works is so simple. It's humans that overcomplicate it. Water is the answer. Movement in the body, being in nature, breath, silence, connection, love. These are all free and they're simple. If you're overcomplicating something, then you're out of connection with the body and you're caught in the mind. Well, the mind is set up for survival and is going to keep you stuck. So in the most simplified form in today's video, I want to ask you, if you want to level up your life, if you're ready to take yourself to your next chapter, or if you're ready to go higher, then you want to ask yourself, can I commit and go all in? Am I all in on my dreams? And if I'm not, what is the real fear? What is there for me to look at? What's stopping me? Here's the thing. I'm inviting you right now to my reinvention event that is free. You can attend. I'm going to put the link below. I created it for those women that are in midlife or in transition, that are ready for their next chapter, that they know that they're meant for more. They're ready for something big. They're feeling stuck. They're sabotaging their success and they keep stopping and starting. I say we're either evolving or it's a revolving door. So in order to evolve, we have to go to a higher level of consciousness. And there's a 4-step framework that I teach in the process of reinvention that I'm going to be teaching this 2-day live event, February 20th and 21st. I'm going to put the link below. Reinvent yourself, unlock your next chapter. It's for the woman who is truly ready to level up her life and go to new heights. She knows she's been meant for more. She knows she's meant for extraordinary, not ordinary. She knows that she's the only thing standing in the way of her success. And if you've been sitting here waiting to be discovered, waiting for someone to see how fabulous you are, and you know it inside, but you're waiting for somebody outside of you, I'm here to tell you it all starts with you, because everything in life is a mirror and everyone is reflecting back to you, you with you. So come to this event. This is what's going to propel you forward. You're seeing this for a reason. The link is below. Now, getting back to today's video, 1, go all in. 2, look at what you're committed to. And then ask yourself, am I truly committed to being the version of me that has the thing that I want? It's not about doing more. It's about being her now. And that can feel really scary when you haven't been her. And it can feel even more scary if you're not sure on who she is. And if you're not sure on exactly where you want to go. And that's, again, the ego wanting to cause confusion and lack of clarity so you don't take action. So if that is you, then right now, just do one thing that aligns you with the version of you that you know you would show up as if you had the thing. What is that one thing for you? Who is she? How does she show up? do one thing today. I'd love to know in the comments below, what is that going to be for you? If you want to come to my reinvention event, reinvent yourself, unlock your next chapter, and step into who you were always meant to be, put reinvention below. I will make sure you get the link specifically from me. You guys are going to love this. I'm telling you, it will be a game changer. If you do nothing else this year, I promise you. And stay tuned for our next video. I have incredible content coming out for you. Make sure to join me every Wednesday live. I am here for you. If there's ever anything you want me to talk about, let me know. In the rest of this month, we are talking about self-prioritization, our boundaries, how to get into our body and get our body back, and so much more. So stay tuned. Let's stay committed to who you're being. Go all in and see what happens in 1 week in that elevated energy. I promise you won't even recognize yourself. All my love, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.